What's up, everybody? Hello. Welcome on in to Taste Test. My name is Mr. Romance, who doesn't at all think that Valentine's Day is a stupid, dumb waste of time that is dumb and stupid. I, in fact, love it very much, which is why I'm here to give you, lovely folks, a few recommendations and some taste test items that we are going to try today. Taste test a show that will not die because companies don't stop putting out dumb things that this idiot keeps on buying. If you like the idea of that concept, stick around, watch the video, hang out. But while I'm talking and I'm not actually showing anything, feel free to scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell. Taste Test posting every Saturday on youtube.com/JohnSaurusRex, which is where you're watching this right now. And if you buy any of these and you give them to your significant other, your loved one, hell, you buy them for yourself because you couldn't love anybody more. A little conceited, but hey, we'll look past it. Let me know down what you thought in the comments. Let me know down what you thought. I think I said that wrong. Hold on. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. I think I got it right that time. Hello. Welcome on in. It is February 12th. Which means, yes, if you're watching this, Valentine's Day is in 2 days. It's on a Monday, okay? It's the day after the Super Bowl. People, let's get ahead of it, all right? Going to be a lot of hungover people running to the 7-Elevens and your local gas stations looking for Valentine's Day presents because they forgot about it and then got so obliterated during the Super Bowl that now they have to use their hungover state to try and buy gifts. Let's get ahead of it, okay? Let's do it now. Before the Super Bowl. You have until 3:30 p.m. Pacific time or 6:30 on the East Coast. That is so much time. That's all damn day. Get it done. Make sure it's prepped, ready, somewhere you find it, like can find it, but don't vomit on it. And you'll be set to have a lovely, lovely Valentine's Day. Probably third dumbest day of the year. Maybe first dumbest. I don't know. I hate it. It's stupid. I mean, I'm Mr. Romance, and I love it. I approve this message. Today, we have 3 strawberry-themed items for you, because strawberry is kind of like the pumpkin spice variant of Valentine's Day, where like everything kind of goes in that direction. So we have some of those for you today, and 2 of them replicate chocolate-covered strawberries, because chocolate-covered strawberries are terrible, mainly because you have to eat an actual strawberry. Skip that. Don't eat that. Eat instead sugar-filled crap. There you go. And I'd assume that they're cheaper. I've never had to buy chocolate-covered strawberries. Not that I ever would, you know. As we'll find out later. Not the greatest at romance here. Even though I call myself Mr. Romance. Anyway, today we're going to try some Hostess Baby Bunts. That is Buntts. Bunts. Buns. These are actually strawberry cheesecake, so these are a little bit different. These are also the oldest of the 3 items that I have, so this one might kind of come with a graded curve of I didn't eat them in time. We've had that on the show before, but I just I want to throw that out ahead of time. We have what I'm actually probably the most excited for. These Hershey's Strawberry Cream Hearts. And I'm excited about them for 2 reasons. I like the idea of chocolate with like a strawberry cream inside of them. Like kind of like a, what's the term for it? Like you get like an orange cream, you know what I mean? It has that sort of center. Why can't I ever think of anything when I'm actually trying to talk about it? It might just literally be called a cream and I'm trying to be smart. And that doesn't like go very well. What? Whatever. I think it's literally called a cream. So I'm excited about these because I like that texture. And I do like strawberry as like a flavoring. Not actual strawberries, but strawberry as a flavoring. So I'm excited about these. The second reason I'm excited about this particular item is that I thought I'd actually missed out on these. They had like a shelf spot where you could see that they were supposed to be. And I like missed it. And I was like, damn it. That would have been great for taste test. And then lo and behold, today I go and do sweet adult things like my taxes, and I am rewarded with sweet chocolate for being an adult. Now I get to be a child on the internet. And last but not least, we have Superior on Main. They are back with some dipped strawberry flavored cake cookies. That's what I was looking for. And they also have a strawberries and cream cake cookie as well that I'm realizing probably should have done these 2. And then that with those on a different thing Mainly because I forgot about them until I literally picked up the package and was like, oh, there's a better way to do this. But that's okay. This is more of a Valentine's Day thing for you. And then we'll have a lovely story. Last year, I did a Valentine's Day special, did a couple of different items. And I told one of my embarrassing stories in romantic capacity. And this year, boy, do I have a doozy for you. So stick around for that. We're going to start with the strawberry cream, strawberry cheesecake. I'm sorry, strawberry cheesecake Bunts. So if you know, it's a Monday morning, right? It's a Valentine's Monday. You're hungover because you watched the Super Bowl. Maybe you're sugar high. I don't know what you do with your life. Either way, people need things in the morning for breakfast. I need apparently to eat food right now because I can't think and talk at the same time. You know what's great? Getting a donut. You know what's also great? Having like a little Valentine's thing in the morning. Be like, hey, here's one flower and some Bunts. Look at that. Mr. Romance. Striking. Then you're up. You're feeling good. They're feeling good. Bam. Ready to roll. They're filled up. They're like, oh man, those 2 Bunts were really good. Or maybe bad. I haven't tried them yet. Let's find out. And you're off to the races. I just look at the audio track. I've done this for 4 years or something like that. I did Week in Review yearly for a couple of years. And then I obviously have been doing this show for about a year now. Still look at the audio track. And every time I'm like, you really need to either mute the audio or pull it away from the microphone and open it instead of just holding it right next to it. Just 4 years. I never learned. Just like I never learned, don't go to the grocery store when you're hungry. Just refuse to. And then I end up with 14 bags of chips and I go, why? All they needed was a slice of pizza. All right, so let's try these. Again, I bought these a while ago, so we'll grade these on a curve a little bit. They still feel squishy, which is kind of nice. Probably should have just bought a new set because they are falling apart frosting wise. Got this nice little pink Bundt cake. Do I know what that means? Absolutely not. Am I going to try it? Yeah. This kind of reminds me of like a pineapple upside down cake, which I don't think I'd ever eat, if I'm being totally honest with you. Has a really nice smell to it. I like the scent. That's really good. That smells really good. Typically, I like the Hostess stuff, even if sometimes like I eat the like donuts and it's like, oh, this left a really weird texture in my mouth. It is, what's the word? It's denser than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be a little fluffier. It's not bad. You really get the like cream aspect of it. I don't know that there's a ton of strawberry happening here. I mean, it's there. I mean, and this also is strawberry cheesecake. So if strawberry cheesecake has a different flavor profile, because the Lord knows I've never eaten a strawberry cheesecake. I don't know what planet I'm eating strawberry cheesecake on. It might be that there's, frankly, too much frosting. Uh-oh. It's everywhere. Somehow it's like falling apart on me, and there's still like too much of it. I mean, it's interesting. I apologize. I bumped the table. I mean, the strawberry's there, but it's definitely smothered in a lot of the frosting. And it is denser. Maybe this isn't such a good like morning thing. I know that like I guess when I think of like a morning thing or like a donut sort of thing, or even like a Hostess brand thing, I think of something that's like a little lighter, a little like fluffier. But this is like very like moist and dense in a way that I don't know, like it just feels heavy, you know? You know what I mean? It's not bad. It's not great. I need more strawberry flavor, but it could be just that it's what I want rather than what the actual flavor profile of a strawberry cheesecake is. And it also could be that I bought this a question mark number of days ago. I'm gonna go with 18 days ago, and it could just like not be as good as it were if you were to buy them, say, after you're done watching this video and subscribing and going out and getting ahead of that before the Super Bowl. They could be better. Also, I mean, if you know what, if I feel like this is a thing that tastes correct for what it is going for, but I might just not like the base item. However, I can't tell you that because I've never eaten a strawberry cheesecake. You have me at strawberry, you kind of lose me at cake a little bit, you totally lose me at cheese. Those 3-word combinations right down the interest level. No thank you. Please just hand me roughly 3 dozen cookies. I will be over in the corner, hanging out, just enjoying. I guess I'm picturing that I'm in a wedding scenario for some reason, which means that I'm very grumpy because I don't necessarily want to be at a wedding, but that's, I don't know. I could be at a party, but that's very antisocial. People would worry. They'd be like, is that kid okay over there? He's eaten 2 dozen cookies. He's on his 3rd dozen of cookies. We should probably talk to him. Maybe. I don't know. All right, let's move on to, let's go with the cake cookies. These have been on the show before. I think one time they were really good, and another time they weren't good, and it was my fault because I waited too long. These I only bought a couple of days ago. So, they should be fine. Superior on Main, they make very good cookies. I didn't know about them until, I don't know. I think it was like the last 6 months, 7 months, something like that. And they have a couple of really good ones during the summer. It seems like they have very seasonal showings. We had, I think it was what's it called? It was Apple. Something Apple. Wasn't very good because I had bought them too soon. But their key lime and their orange cream, delicious. And those are available typically in the summer, I guess. I don't know. But here we have dipped strawberry cookies, which are good for me because I like the cake cookie. I like the texture. I like the feel of it. I enjoy chocolate and strawberry mixed together. And like I said, don't have to eat a real strawberry. So there you go. So we'll go ahead and crack these open. Ooh, a very nice scented profile there. To the hand motions I help. The chocolate is definitely the overpowering scent here. Like the strawberry's there. It's there, but the chocolate is like bam, and then the strawberry like kind of sneaks its way into your nostrils. So we'll go ahead and we'll take one of these. Ooh boy. Oh. Huh. Are they like chocolate filled? What is going on here? Hold on. Without stopping the recording. There's chocolate on the back, which I wasn't expecting. It's this lovely, I really like the design. It's like, half and half sort of thing. But it seems like there might be some kind of chocolate in the back because they're spaced to where they're not touching each other. So let's, we'll give these a whirl here. We'll eat right down the middle. There's nothing in the middle. Isn't it wild to think about how much footage you've seen of me eating? If you watch this show regularly, you're like, I've watched that kid eat a lot of crap. Now, it's good. The texture is good. It's what I'm looking for. I guess because I don't really know what a Bundt cake is, I was a little surprised with it. Because I know what the texture of a cake is. I know what I'm looking for. And even with this specific brand of cake cookie, I know what I'm looking for. It feels slightly more dense than it usually is. But I wonder if that's because it's red instead of like the normal kind of just white cake, I guess. Maybe this is like a strawberry sort of thing. The chocolate is pretty good. It overpowers everything, which is unfortunate because I feel like there's good strawberry flavor in here. So I'm going to just try a little bit of just the strawberry. Yeah. I like it. I feel like in this context, I talk about it a lot with apple. When apple's mixed with stuff. Yeah, I took 2 bites. And that second one, the chocolate just cuts through everything. When apple is mixed in stuff, I think it's really hard to get that flavor profile correctly. I think you have to bump it up a little more than most people want to, because they're worried that the apple is going to be too much, but it usually isn't quite enough. In this case, because the chocolate is so overpowering for me, I wish that the strawberry was like knocked up another notch so that it actually like had a fighting chance against the strawberry, or against the chocolate, excuse me. But it's good. I like it. I'm enjoying it. I'm a little confused as to why there's some on the back, but I'm not super worried about it. I thought maybe there would be a little bit in the middle, a little bit of chocolate in the middle, which would have been a bad call because the chocolate is already very overpowering, and it like leaked out the back. But no, that's just kind of how it is. A good cookie. I like this. This is a good, I feel like this would be a good dessert. Okay. As Mr. Romance, let me advise you, right? So you get home. She gets home. They get home. Significant other, bam, they've arrived. You say, hey, you're home. You had a long day. I took the liberty of cooking the finest frozen pizza I could afford. And then you buy these cookies and that's your dessert. There you go. Bam. Wow. What an absolute win. You know, just an absolute win. Maybe throw flour in there. I don't know. But yeah, actually, that's like one of my favorite, like relationship posts or whatever was, this person talking about their significant other and how they invited him over to to his apartment or whatever. They invited her over to his apartment and he like cooked a frozen pizza. And when the timer went off, he went over to the oven. I can't say this without laughing. I got to focus here. He went over. Okay. He went over to the oven, opened the oven, and before he got the pizza out, he said, "Oh, this is always my least favorite part," and with his bare hands reached into the oven and yelled as he pulled it out and put it on the stove. And he was like 25 and like far too old to not know how to use an oven mitt. And it's the funniest thing to me. Because it's easy to laugh at someone else's pain, which you'll find out later in today's episode. So stick around. Last but not least, you have cooked the finest frozen pizza. You've given them dessert as they get home. Now, after you have had a romantic evening doing things such as watching the Super Bowl highlights again because you like the team that won, or showing her or them your favorite YouTube video series, okay? It's time to knock it up a notch. It's roughly 8:13 p.m. The mood is romantic. And you say you want some chocolate, and they say, absolutely. And then you, from behind your back, it's been sitting there the whole time, from behind your back, bam, you pull out Hershey's chocolate, strawberry cream Hershey's. Okay, I don't know why what's going on with my pit here? Stop it. I don't know. I sat down and I just got hot. And done, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be hot, just like these are going to be if you pull them out from behind your back. They'll be a little dripply, a little melty. Some might say a little, I don't know why people hate this word, moist. You open the bag. You show off, you flex your guns, and you pull really hard. You pull really, really hard. That was an incredible explosion. Now that they're all over the floor, you say, hold on, darling dearest. You wear your tightest pants. You bend over. Maybe shake your ass a little bit. I don't know. You pick up one heart. I just would like you to know they are everywhere. Everywhere on this floor. This is literally the only one that landed on the table. They are all over the all over the place. The joke was, by the way, the joke was to just rip it down the side and hope that it just kind of went like down. No, I'm excited to watch that footage back. You pull out one Hershey's, you say, "Be mine," and then they eat it like this. Carefully unwrapping, making sure to flatten out, okay? Damn it. Flatten it out. They say, "Oh, look at this lovely heart. Oh, I bet that's really nice. I should bite into this." They bite into it. They tell you, "Wow, this has really good strawberry flavor." This is the level of strawberry that the cookies should be. So I bit into it, right? I bit into it. And I was worried because I was like, oh no, that doesn't seem like it's enough cream. But then I chomped into it and the flavor of the strawberry exploded. And it was really, really good. These are fantastic. Really bummed I can't reach a second one right now because I'd love to eat one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. This is the best of the three. I don't know why I'm pointing at the table. There's nothing there. Those, absolutely the best of the three. Easily. Easily. I would put the cookies pretty comfortably in second. And then I would say that the Bunts were my least favorite. Those are delicious. I am going to be finding those for weeks as I pick this up after I'm done recording. When they're done eating the delicious chocolate you've just given them, you politely leave. Wait, no, it's your apartment. Never mind. You say, "I hope you have a great night," and then you go to bed. And that's it. Bam. Romance achieved. Valentine's Day, boom, smashing success. Unlike the following story. Last year, I told you all about 16-year-old Sean getting his hand stuck in a cup holder. Now I will tell you about I guess I was 29? Oh, that's not good. That makes this story way worse. 29-year-old Sean going to a concert. Flashback to January. We're in the Pacific Northwest. It is cold in the Pacific Northwest. Always cold in the Pacific Northwest. It's a January. It's a Tuesday. Which you might think, wow, Sean, you have an incredible memory. No, I remember it for a different reason. Tuesday, at the place I worked, was a Taco Tuesday. And there was a local taqueria near work where we would literally call in orders of usually 100 for all the people who wanted, like 10 different people wanted $10 tacos or whatever the deal was. I, however, found myself really enjoying chorizo as it has a really good, spice and heat that I enjoy. So I was getting chorizo quesadillas, to pronounce it correctly. So I went into work knowing, hey, Taco Tuesday, I'm going to get myself a chorizo quesadilla. Oh, what's this? I say as I scroll my phone or whatever. Real Big Fish, the ska band, the hit ska band from 1996, is in town today. Holy moly. I sure wish I had enough money to buy both a chicken or a chorizo quesadilla and go see this concert. That would be really swell. Fortunately, at the time, I worked with my dad, and my dad ran an open mic at the bar that was connected to, or I guess is, I'm speaking as whatever, the bar that's connected to the place that the show is being held. It's the Knitting Factory and the District Bar, whatever. So I know that he has like a little bit of an in, to maybe swing some free tickets. So I uncasually, but think I'm casually, be like, hey, did you happen to see that Real Big Fish is going to be down at the knitting factory? And he's like, oh, that's cool. I was like, any chance you might could get me some tickets? And he goes, how many? And I say, well, initially in my head, I'm like, one, because I don't know if the other person or the person I'm with is going to enjoy this at all. And I'm like, I should probably get two just in case, because if I don't take them, they're going to be mad. Yeah, two. Grab 2 tickets. We'll go to the show. It'll be fun. Fast forward, get the chorizo quesadilla. Delicious. Fast forward again, after work. I forget exactly the series of events that happened. She wants to come over and grab me, whatever got me, pick me up. Go down. We're like, hey, we're hungry. We should eat before we go to this show. I'm like, okay, where would you like to go? And she's like, Carl's Jr. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I never would have picked that, but whatever, that's fine. We'll go to Carl's Jr. Get to Carl's Jr. Order the most inane way, not inane, order the dumbest way possible, where clearly the conversation I'm having between myself and the cashier, there is I'm not understanding something, and it's clearly on me because I'm pointing at things, being I just want that right there. I want this Hawaiian burger thing. And she's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I think she got to the point where I would get as a cashier, where it's just you know what? You clearly don't know what you're talking about, which means you don't know that if I ring this in incorrectly, why it would be incorrect, or even that it would be incorrect. So she got to a point where I tried to explain it 2 or 3 times. It was clearly I was very wrong. And she's just okay, and just punched in whatever she punched in. But here's the problem. My stomach starts feeling a little gurgly, starts feeling a little weird. And I'm like, really shouldn't have had that chorizo quesadilla earlier. But hold on, I'll hold it. It's fine. Well, I'll get to the show. I'll take care of things there. No problemo. Sit down, we get our food, we're munching. I'm not really eating that much because I am very uncomfortable, from a physical perspective. Go up, talk to the other cashier. The other lady probably saw me walking and was like, this guy's an idiot. Zach, come on over here. I don't know that his name was Zach. If it was Zach, thanks, man. Go up. I say, hey, can I use your restroom? This is a Carl's Jr. that's downtown in Spokane. There are a lot of homeless people that are in the area. So a lot of the businesses have doors that are coded or locked, and you have to get a key or whatever. So you have to go up and talk to someone or get a receipt that literally has a code on the bottom of it. So I go up and I talk. I'm like, hey, can I use your restroom? And he's like, yeah, but the men's room is broken, so you're going to have to use the women's room. And I'm like, okay, I'll just hold it, no big deal. And so I go back, I sit down, I'm like, I gotta go. I really gotta go. And I'm telling her, I'm like, yeah, the men's room's broken, so I'd have to use the women's room. And she looked at me and she goes who cares? And to be fair, in this case, she is right. Who gives a shit? You're going in there, you're going to poop, you're going to do your thing, and then you're just going to leave. So I eventually get to a point where it's if I don't go right now, I'm going to poop my pants. So I go over there. And as I'm walking towards this restroom, I see a car pull in, and I see a family of 4 getting out, and I'm like, oh, this is going to look so weird when I do this. I go in to this bathroom that someone had ripped the hugest fucking joint in the world in. It reeked of weed, destroyed that bathroom, eliminating all scent of weed in that bathroom. Come out, and I open the door and turn and immediately make eye contact with the mother of this family, who has no context for why I am in the women's room. And she looks disgusted. Why are you in there? And I'm like, okay, look, there's a whole thing. There's a whole situation. I didn't tell her this. I just walked, I made eye contact and did that. I just turned and hustled back to my seat and was like, okay. So I made eye contact with that woman. She doesn't, there's no context for it. There's no reason she would think, she thinks I'm a weirdo, but there's no reason she should think I'm a weirdo. Are you done? Can we go? And so she says yes. Now I have to coordinate with my dad to meet him to get the tickets. And so that's kind of my primary focus as we approach the thing. I get to be there between like a specific window because he has something else he needs to do. Like it's a pretty narrow time frame, which he like let me know ahead of time, and I was like very aware of being like, okay, we gotta start moving because we gotta get there, you know. However, I do know that my dad has sometimes odd terminologies for things, and sometimes like if he says like the front door, it's not necessarily like the same front door you're thinking of. He's not necessarily wrong in this case. It's just that there's a small like terminological difference between the front door and the front door, if that makes sense. And so that's like kind of the hitch in this plan where he's like, oh, I'm at the front door waiting for you. And I'm like, which front door? Because everyone who is there for this concert is going in this one door. So that would, in this case, qualify as the front door because that's where they're letting people in. And there's no one on the other side. It's a building that has two entrances to like funnel people in. But this is like a pretty small show. And we were there closer to when it started. So most of like the people who are going to be there to get in the front, like the front rows, were there. They've been there for a while, which is what I like to do. And I like to set up like right in the front, like in the corner. There was a guy I saw. I was like, you know exactly what you're doing. You have been here. I have not seen you move for the last 2.5 hours from your spot. You've been into it, whatever. You're doing it. So I'm like kind of texting back and forth, like trying to figure out what he needs from me, like where I need to meet him to get these tickets. And I watched the channel Funhouse, which has Bruce Green on it, and it's a Real Big Fish show, and they are ska. Bruce loves ska. So in my own head, I'm like, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to wear all my Funhouse. I'm going to wear my Funhouse hat, my Funhouse shirt, and my Funhouse Letterman jacket that I have. And it's going to be really funny to like me and me alone. And it's this big, comfy, cozy, warm Letterman's jacket. And she, for some reason, has like not brought a coat, and I don't know why. And so we're standing there in the front, the actual front where they're letting people in. And I'm trying to like figure this out. I'm like looking down the street, like, is he coming? Is he coming? Is he coming? No, I'm trying to figure out, okay, if he's not here, where is it back there? Is it, how far do I have to go? Like what's going on? And she's doing that thing where she kind of like is like cold or whatever. And we kind of moved to the inside, but we were kind of in the way. So people were kind of confused because we weren't moving forward. We were just standing there to be warm. So we like looked a little out of place. So we go back outside and she's doing that that cold thing, and she offers me an opportunity for like to be a romantic hero. Offers it up on the silverest of silver platters. She looks at me and she goes, "Hey, I'm cold. Can I wear your coat?" And I look back at her without a second thought and I say, "If it's cold, why didn't you bring your own jacket?" Now, I cannot express how quickly this came out of my mouth. It is the natural flow of a conversation level of speed to where someone asks you, what is 2 + 2? And you say 4. The fact that my brain came up with this answer and it passed all the checks and balances and came out of my mouth in such speed is astounding. The second part of this is I can't even begin to tell you how many times I have seen shows or movies, or I'll lie and say that I read books about it, where someone is offered a romantic opportunity. A lot of people bring up that 70s show where Jackie says she's cold and Kelso says, I can't control the weather, like that. And you go, ha ha, I would never do that in a situation like that. And here I am, 29 years old, freshly 29, with this with this girl who could not have offered up a more like, Mr. Romance, please be romantic, lend me your coat. And me just saying, if you knew it was cold, why didn't you bring your own coat? What answer is that? What answer is that? It's a bad answer is what it is. So she got mad at me. I tried to fix it by like hugging her. Didn't actually ever even, I like kind of offered to give her my coat, but kind of like tried to like do the thing. You like hug her. You're like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, stay warm with me, baby. Like that. Wasn't having it because I had already blown the opportunity. Go around, find my dad, go into the show, got some sweet balcony seats, and then enjoyed the show. Had a pretty good time. Yeah. So there you go. Don't be a romantic idiot like me. If someone asks you if they can wear your coat, don't say things like, if you knew it was cold, why didn't you bring a coat? Even though it is the Pacific Northwest in January at night. It's going to be cold. Be prepared. And that is this year's Valentine's Day disaster story. Didn't actually happen on a Valentine's Day, but I still thought it was funny enough to share in this day of romance that me, your boy, Mr. Romance, just loves so much. Nothing dumber than a Valentine's Day. Just so dumb. Just a stupid day. Now, Free Pancake Day. Now we're talking. Now we're talking about a good day. Good ass day. Free Pancake Day. Thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed. I know it's a long one. They aren't typically this long. But yeah, Superior on Main cookies I usually find at Yolks or like a local. That's the only place I've really ever seen them. However, I have not looked at other places. So Yolks for that. I found the strawberry hearts at Walmart, and I found the Bunts at a gas station. However, those are more spread out. I've seen them at like a Yolks as well as the gas station. So do yourself a favor. Be prepared. Valentine's Day is on Monday. Get your shopping done. Get things done so you can enjoy the Super Bowl without having to worry about going and getting anything, because it's going to be I mean, honestly, all the stores will probably be dead because it's, you know, the Super Bowl. Everybody will be watching the Super Bowl. Not everyone. I understand. Most people, a lot of people, going to be watching the Super Bowl. I've worked on Super Bowl Sundays before. It is unbelievable how dead it is. Unbelievable. So there you go. Go try that. Thank you for watching. Let me know down in the comments below. Again, if you got any of these for your loved one, yourself, a friend, I don't know, whatever. Do you. And let me know how you felt about them. You'd also like to feel free to make fun of me in the comments below. I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? Tell me, oh man, he's so buff. How is he not ripping out of all of his shirts? He's so buff. Oh man, he's so tall. God, I'd only pick him second on my basketball team because he's so tall. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll see you next week. Scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell, do all that good stuff. And be my Valentine.